Arko, so we had a very busy day, third day in Israel, and we, in fact, had perhaps the most important exposure trip to South Israel, which was the epicenter of the October 7, 2023 Hamas attack. And we visited some of those affected kibbutz. In fact, the worst massacre happened in Nir Oz kibbutz, and we went there. It's just about a mile from Gaza Strip. We could see. In fact, we have done reports today from the spot near Zikim kibbutz, which had seen the naval attack of Hamas that day. Remember, it was both an aerial attack, a naval attack, and a land attack. And so we went and reported from there, and then we went to the Neos kibbutz. Haunting pictures there. We have filed some reports. Our viewers would watch them, and some of those families there who were massacred. Interesting bit that they would engage with the people, Palestinians on the Gaza Strip side. They would get them. They would feed them. They would take them to hospitals. Out of about 450 odd people in the kibbutz, 120 odd were killed, so almost one-fourth of the population there, eliminated, assassinated by the Hamas terrorists. Then we, in fact, went to the Nova Music Festival site, where it all began. So when this massacre happened, about 3,000 revelers were there, essentially youngsters partying, drinking, and stoned like it happens in any typical party. And when the Hamas attack happened, thousands of those terrorists coming in, about 350 plus of those party revelers were killed. And we, in fact, met a witness. It's turned into sort of a site of pilgrimage for Israelis and Jews from around the world. Not just Jews, but, friends and family of those who were part of the music festival, not all Jews, of other ethnicities and nationalities also. Those were some very poignant moments we spent at the Nova Music Festival site, and we recorded some reports, which again our viewers can see. We came back to Tel Aviv and visited a network, a broadcast network called I-24. It's a French-Israeli network, and it has four news channels in French, Arabic, Hebrew, and now in English. And so it was interesting exposure for us there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, when we were there, Arko, prayers were being held. All those visitors, and we have those pictures. They had a sense of pilgrimage, as I mentioned, when they were visiting the Nova Music Festival site at the Reem Grove, and some were seen crying, some were remembering their friends. Many of them were, most of them were first-time visitors, and another spot we visited apart from that spot was a place called Kuba Car Cemetery. Now, at this music festival, there were thousands of cars. At these kibbutz, there were hundreds of cars. And these terrorists came in, and whenever they would see people in the car, they would shoot them there. And so all those destroyed vehicles have been put at one place, turned sort of into a museum. Essentially, what we are seeing is the Israeli society making sure they do not forget. Nobody here forgets what happened on October 7, 2023, and to make sure that it's never repeated. So that's the reason why they have to, get it etched in their memory. And that's why all these places turning into museums, into memorials, into places of pilgrimage. And so I think it has left deep wounds, this terror attack, deep wounds on Israelis. It's been 2 years. Israel-Hamas war has been going on. There is a counter narrative, of course, of the people in Gaza suffering because of Hamas and starvation, deaths, and whatnot. Much of it perhaps is right also, in the sense that the war has gone on for too long. Hamas's capacity to carry out that kind of attack, I believe, stands completely decimated by Israeli accounts themselves. They have about 80% of the territory in control now, about 5 divisions of soldiers, which means anything between 70 to 80, 90,000 soldiers inside the Gaza Strip of the Israeli Defense Forces. So they really dominate and control the security situation there. But still, there is a political part to it. There is a lot of opposition to the continuation of the war in Israel, some of which we covered yesterday. Continuation of the war in Gaza Strip by Israel, and within Israel, this opposition is there. So I think that's another aspect. But for us, it was today just about going to those places and see for ourselves what's happening. So, like yesterday, we were in Jerusalem. Today, we went to southern Israel. Tomorrow, we are heading to the north part of Israel, and we are going to be given a picture of the security situation vis-a-vis Lebanon, vis-a-vis the Hezbollah, and the Syria situation. So, it's going to be a very important trip. We are also going to go to the Haifa. Remember, Haifa is a very important place. The Haifa battle that happened during the World War II had an Indian contingent there. In fact, remember back home in Delhi, there is this Teen Murti Chowk, which is now renamed as Teen Murti Haifa Chowk. That's because the soldiers from India fought this battle in Israel at that time. So that's going to be another important aspect of the visit tomorrow. So I think tomorrow we're traveling north, and Arco will bring you up to speed with what happens in that part of the visit. But just to wrap up, just look at that side, and that's an Indian restaurant. And that's where meeting. We are meeting India's ambassador to Tel Aviv, JP Singh, in a bit. And so I think my day is still not packed up over dinner. And we are going to have another engaging conversation with Indian ambassador now.